See, buyer will pay to the shopkeeper, shopkeeper will collect his 80 and remaining will pay to the government. See, dear students, VAT is calculated in successive stages. Total VAT paid by the customer is 68 rupees, but 68 rupees customer will not pay to the government, he will pay to the shopkeeper. Indirectly, the whole VAT is collected by the customer, that is the logic. Sale tax percent is 10%. 10% of 16,000 if you do also, you will get the same. Welcome to the session, dear students. Today we'll go ahead with the problems of sale tax and VAT. See some of the problems for 3 marks. A shopkeeper purchased an electronic iron of rupees 1000 at 8% VAT from the wholesaler. Shopkeeper purchased from a wholesaler and sells it to customer for rupees 1400 at 8% VAT. What is the total VAT deposited to the government? So VAT is collected in stages. So first we will see shopkeeper. So now see, first shopkeeper purchased. So VAT paid by the shopkeeper. VAT paid by the shopkeeper. Is equal to 8% of the total amount. VAT percent, 8% of the purchase amount. So is purchasing for what? 1000 rupees. For 8% for 1000 rupees. So 0 cancels. So 8 into 10, 80 rupees. This is the VAT paid by the shopkeeper in the first stage. Then the buyer or the wholesale, a shopkeeper purchased electronic iron of rupees 1000 from the wholesaler, and now he will sell it to the customer. So VAT paid by the customer. VAT paid by the customer. Again VAT percent into VAT percent. The formula is what? VAT percent into the cost price. So what is the VAT percent? They told again 8%, 8 by 100 of the amount. What is the amount he is purchasing for? He is purchasing for 1400. 8 by 100 of what? 1000 rupees. So if you cancel 2 zeros and 2 zeros, we will be left out with rupees 80. This is the VAT paid by the shopkeeper. Then VAT paid by the customer. Customer also will pay 8% and he is purchasing for what? 1400. 8% of that 1400 he will pay as tax. So 2 zeros cancels, multiply 112 rupees. This is the VAT paid by the customer. So now VAT deposited to the government. So now VAT deposited to the government. See, first shopkeeper deposits 80 rupees plus the buyer. See, buyer will pay to the shopkeeper, shopkeeper will collect his 80 and remaining will pay to the government. So out of 112, buyer will pay 112 rupees to shopkeeper, but already 80 rupees has been included. Remove that 80. So now 80 plus 112 minus 80. 80 minus 80 cancel. So total VAT deposited to the government is rupees 112. Indirectly speaking, the total VAT is purchased by the buyer. The end buyer will pay 112 rupees to the shopkeeper, but shopkeeper will collect his 80, whatever he already paid. Remaining amount he will deposit to the government. So total first slot, the paid amount is 80 rupees. Second slot, the paid amount is 112 minus 80. That will be totally 112 rupees is deposited to the government. So how many successive buyers will be there? So each buyer will pay the deposit to the previous person and he will collect his amount and he will pay to the tax to the government. So first buyer will pay. So first from the wholesaler, shopkeeper will purchase and he will pay 80 rupees to the wholesaler. He will deposit to the government, and then the customer will pay 112 to the shopkeeper and he'll collect his 80 rupees whatever he paid, and remaining amount means 80 already paid to the government, and in 112 remove 80 and remaining he'll pay. So total amount paid is what? 112. VAT deposited to the government, total VAT deposited to the government is VAT paid in first case plus total VAT of the buyer minus VAT paid in the first case. Next, same, Mohan, a owner of departmental store, purchased an article for rupees 1500 at 4% VAT. So Mohan, he purchased an article for this and he sells it at the rate of 1700 to the customer, again for 4% VAT. For how much amount did shopkeeper deposit to the government? So now shopkeeper totally how much he deposited? Okay, first Mohan is the owner, that is shopkeeper. He'll first pay 4% of 1500. Then he'll collect it from the customer and customer will pay 4% of 1700. He'll collect it, his amount, and he'll pay. See, dear students, VAT is calculated in successive stages. So first stage is, so shopkeeper, VAT paid by the shopkeeper initially. VAT paid by the shopkeeper initially. Initially means what? VAT percent of cost price. VAT percent of cost price. VAT percent, they told 4%, 4 by 100 of cost price. What is the cost price? He purchased for 1500. Simplify this, 2 zeros cancels, multiply, 60 rupees. So shopkeeper paid VAT initially at 60 rupees. 60 rupees initially he paid. Then VAT paid by the customer. VAT paid by the customer. Is again VAT percent into customer's cost price. VAT percent is 4% and customer is purchasing for what rate? 1700. So 4% of 1700. So 2 zeros cancels, 68 rupees. Customer pays 68 rupees, shopkeeper pays 60 rupees. So VAT deposited to the government. VAT deposited, total VAT deposited to the government. See, first shopkeeper paid how much? 60 rupees, that plus, now buyer is paying 68 rupees. Buyer is paying 68 rupees to the shopkeeper. Shopkeeper already paid 60, he'll remove that 60. So VAT paid by the shopkeeper plus VAT paid by the customer, and customer will pay 68 rupees. In that 68 rupees will deduct 60 and remaining. So that is 60 plus 68 minus 60. These two cancels. The total VAT deposited to the government is 68. So total VAT deposited to the government is equal to rupees 68. Here what you should understand is total VAT paid by the customer is 68 rupees, but 68 rupees customer will not pay to the government, he will pay to the shopkeeper. Shopkeeper, because already paid this 60, so he will collect his 60 and remaining he will pay to the government. So first stage will pay, shopkeeper will deposit this. Second stage, shopkeeper out of 68 he will keep his 60 and remaining he will deposit. Remaining means what? 68 rupees he will deposit. So total means what? In the first case 60 is there, second case 8 is there, 68. Indirectly the whole VAT is collected by the customer. That is the logic here. And a washing machine is marked for sale rupees 17,600, which includes sale tax 10%, and calculate the sale tax in rupees. So they told the amount paid is 17,600, means including tax, this is the amount paid, and they told sale tax percent also. They want you to calculate sale tax in rupees, but they have not given what is called as market price, and they're asking you to calculate sale tax. Sale tax, if you want, first we'll calculate market price. So now dear students, you know amount paid is equal to, what is the formula? Amount paid is market price plus sale tax percent of market price. Market price plus sale tax percent of market price. So amount paid we know 17,600 is equal to market price, we don't know X, and sale tax percent 10% they told. So given, so they gave amount paid, given, what is given, first let me write given, amount paid they gave. How much is the amount paid, dear students? Amount paid is 17,600. Sale tax percent they give, sale tax percent they give 10%, and we'll assume let X be the market price. X should be the market price is our assumption, MP. Now 17,600 is equal to, if you take LCM, 10 is the LCM, 10x plus 10, sorry, 10%. 10% means 10 by 100 of X. Market price is equal to, sorry, total amount paid is equal to, market price plus sale tax percent of market price is the formula I am using. Amount paid is 17,600, market price is, we don't know X, and 10% is the sale tax given, 10 by 100 of X. So that will become 17,600 is equal to 11x by 10. Now rearrange. So now we have 17,600 is equal to 11x divided by, so here say further, see here 1 0 1 0 I'll cancel, then it will become x plus x by 10. If you take 10x plus x, or okay, let me solve from here, you can understand better. I hope all of you got this equation, all of you understood this. Amount paid is equal to market price plus 10% of tax, that is 10% means 0 0 I'll cancel, x plus x by 10. If you take LCM, 10 is the LCM, so it will become 10x plus x. 10x plus x is 11x by 10. 11x by 10 is 17,600. So 11x by 10, rearrange. X is equal to 17,600 into 10 by 11. This is x, x is market price. So x is equal to 17,600 into 10 by 11. So 11 ones are 11, 66, 11 6 are 0, and okay 0. So now 16,600 into 10, 16,000. This is the market price. Therefore market price you got. What is the market price? Rupees 16,000. They are not interested in market price. They want sale tax. How to calculate sale tax? Sale tax is equal to amount paid, total amount or amount paid, minus market price. What is the amount paid? They give. So we are paying 17,600. So this is the amount to be paid, and in that market price is just 16,000. Remaining is tax. So subtract this, you'll get 1,600. So this is the sale tax. Therefore sale tax is equal to rupees 1,600. One thing you should understand, it is 10% of your market price. Market price you got 16,000. Sale tax percent is 10%. 10% of 16,000 if you do also, you'll get the same. Anything is fine. Now in today's class, I taught problems and VAT. And two cases were there. Shopkeeper will purchase from wholesaler and he will sell it to what? Customer. Shopkeeper will pay his tax to the government, and he'll collect the tax from the buyer and he'll deduct his amount what he paid, and remaining again he'll deposit. Finally, direct is total VAT paid by the final buyer is the VAT deposited, we can say indirectly. But in two stages we'll do it. First, shopkeeper will purchase from wholesaler, he'll pay tax to the government. Then what happens? He'll sell it to the customer, he'll collect his VAT, and he'll collect VAT from the customer, and he'll hold whatever he paid, and remaining again he'll deposit to the government. So total VAT collected is first VAT percent of first calculations plus difference of the two VATs. So like the two different problems we have done, both are important, and now I have done a problem on sale tax. If you are thorough with this, that is more than sufficient. So I hope all of you understood. I'll see you in my next session. Thanks for attending. Thank you.